Okay, so Sharon, welcome to the Search Nanaimo show. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tim.
Yeah, so can you tell us a bit about, obviously we're talking about Gina's Mexican Cafe. When we were on the phone the other day, I said to you, are you Gina? You said you weren't. So maybe you could give us a bit of the history in terms of how long
Oh,
you've been
okay.
going for.
Yeah. Gina's has been around for about 35 years now, so it's like an institution in Nanaimo. Gina and Don opened the restaurant together 35 years ago, and then Don continued with that up until 2 years ago when he retired, and I took over. I've been working there for about 14 years now, I think. And so when he wanted to retire, it just seemed like we wanted to keep it in the family. So
Mm,
um, so I bought it and he retired.
right. And what would you say Gina's is famous for in the community? Obviously Mexican food, but
Oh,
what else makes it special for you?
Gina's, well, famous for Mexican food, of course,
Yeah.
but I would say Gina's is just the place you go to make good memories. It's where you go to meet your family and friends and just have a good time. It's fun and funky, super eclectic little place.
Mm,
People really recognize it. It's that bright pink house on the hill that really catches everybody's eye, and people just know it. And yeah.
yeah. So making memories, obviously, it's that pink place at the top of the hill, so it stands out. Do you have many people going there on first dates or sort of romantic
Lots of
encounters?
that. Yeah, yeah. It's, where you go for your birthdays or like you say, first dates. Now we have so many people that come and it'll be their anniversary and it'll be their 35th
Mm,
anniversary and they come there for their anniversary every year. But yeah, families for birthdays, friends, just, it's a great kind of gathering place. Get, group together, meet at Gina's,
yeah,
have a couple margaritas, some good
lovely.
Mexican food.
Sounds good. So, in light of the coronavirus and obviously the stuff that's been going on recently, how has that kind of affected you, and what have you done to pivot a little bit, and obviously you remained open. I know you've got your grocery service, which I think you should definitely talk about. I think that's a great idea. So you could share those things.
Yeah, well, we did shut for a couple of weeks just to make sure we were all coronavirus free and did our, part to make sure we weren't spreading anything, that kind of thing. Then we reopened. We're doing the takeout and delivery, which is new to us, the delivery part. But we have our own dedicated driver that just works for Genius, so that way we can take care of making sure that all the coronavirus protocols that we have in place are followed. And then we're doing a grocery service, like you mentioned. So that's basically, you can go to our website, or there's a link on our Facebook page, and that gets you to the grocery list. And from that, you just put your order in, and we usually have it within a couple days for you. You can pick it up, or we can deliver it. Or we're just doing delivery by gratuity, because obviously, some people are a bit challenged right now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, it was just something we felt like we were able to do because we have the delivery companies, we have all the restaurant power of having stuff delivered to you, and then we can handle it from there. So it's staying safe for people.
Yeah, it makes sense. You have the kind of scale of bringing things in, on mass, and then you can break it up and parcel it out for sure.
Yeah, and we're, being a restaurant, we're used to handling food. We know the protocols for keeping it safe, and then it's not going through, so much through a grocery store where it's being handled so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just thought, hopefully that'll help for, healthcare workers or other people that just don't want to deal with the grocery stores, keep them from going in a bit.
Yeah, I like it. So, out of the things that have kind of you've gone through in during this time, are there any of the things you've implemented which are interesting, or things that you think you'll use in the business as things reopen again?
Well, definitely, I think delivery is here to stay. I mean, I think people are going to react differently. Things will open up, but it's not going to be the same for a
Right.
while for sure. So for sure, the delivery and takeout is going to be a bigger part of the business than it was in the past. But hopefully we can go back to having people in the restaurant, just a little more spread out, or a lot more spread out. Um, And I mean, being a restaurant, things have always been clean. Obviously, we're insane with that now.
Mm,
That's just become the norm for us, and I'm sure most. But yeah, it's just, there's going to be a crazy amount of, sanitation protocols in place in between customers coming and going. Probably looking at different ways to even deal with menus and things. All that kind of thing
mm.
is probably going to change. Um, or be altered, just downscale the amount of people, at least for a while, until we know that
Yeah.
this is all good.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And sounds like you got a good plan. So I'm interested, Sharon, what do you do outside of making amazing Mexican food? What do you do for fun? What's your other
Oh,
passions?
well, kayaking is probably one of my biggest hobbies. I spend a lot of time walking my dog. I have a rather large beast that I take for a wander just about every day. So that
I have a 3 pound Chihuahua, so I have the opposite of a large beast. I have a very small beast.
And mine looks almost exactly the same. If you put them together, they look really similar, but
Really?
mine is up to your hips.
Right. A little bit different.
But yeah, so those would be the two things I spend most, free time doing. I don't live in Nanaimo. I live on Mudge Island.
Oh, wow.
Um, but when I did live in Nanaimo, I spent a lot of time on like the waterfront walkway area and all the different parks and stuff in Nanaimo. So
Mm.
it's great things to do there.
Yeah, but it seems like a common theme when you ask people what do they love about Nanaimo. It's often the outdoors, the ocean, obviously the walking, the trails, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the outdoor experience here for sure.
yeah,
But Nanaimo is a great, it's such a great community. People are friendly. You just end up in random conversations in grocery stores and things.
hmm,
It's people pull together. It's just got a great, community feel.
yeah.
People take care of each other here.
So, how long does it take you to kayak from Mudge Island to Nanaimo?
I don't usually do that. It takes about 3 hours.
Right, already you've done it before.
Round trip to get there and back. It would probably
Yeah,
be about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah,
right. Wow.
yeah.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much for coming on the Search Nanaimo show. Wish you the best of luck with reopening, and look forward to doing this face to face and eating some tortillas and some Mexican food when you get going again.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Anne.
Have a great day.